Good.
What's wrong?
Well, you know how I'm president of the anthropology club? Well, I'm supposed to drive everyone in the club to see a special exhibit at the museum tomorrow. My mom said I could borrow her van, so everyone would fit. But unfortunately, it broke down, and it's not going to be repaired in time for the trip.
Oh, so what are you going to do? Can you rent a van?
Yeah, that's a possibility. It's a little risky for me, though. I've tried to get in touch with the club members, but only four have gotten back to me and said they'd contribute some money to the cost.
What about the other members?
I don't know. It'd probably be okay with them too, but that's the risk. I don't know for sure. I don't want to get stuck with having to pay for most of the bill.
Well, since not everyone's gotten back to you, why don't you just postpone the trip? Until your mom's van is repaired.
Yeah, I could do that, though I'm sure everyone would be real disappointed if they show up tomorrow ready to go and find out that we're not going.
The speakers discuss two possible solutions to the man's problem. Briefly summarize the problem, then state which solution you recommend and explain why.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
According to the conversation, the man has a problem, and the problem is that he cannot go to museum because his car broke down. His mother's car broke down. And there are two solutions were suggested in the listening passage. The first one is to rent a car, and the second one is to postpone the trip. I personally think that the second one is better because, according to the conversation, four members were replied that they can pay for car, but it is not sure that all members can pay for the car. So postpone the trip is good, although he worrying about that all members will be disappointed. It is not big. It is not a serious problem.
Number 6. In this question, you will listen to a short lecture. You will then be asked to summarize important information from the lecture. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Part of a lecture in a biology class.
Now, many sea animals, in order to hide from predators, have, over time, developed different kinds of camouflage to help them blend in with their environment and avoid detection by predators. Picture the surface of the seafloor. It's as varied as the land we live on. It's got peaks and valleys, vegetation, rocky areas, and some sea animals have developed permanent colors or shapes to resemble these environmental features. This camouflage helps disguise them from predators by enabling them to blend into a specific part of the sea. For instance, take a kind of fish like the leafy sea dragon. Well, the name says it all. It resembles a small green dragon with leaf-like protrusions sticking out like arms. Now, because of its color and shape, it blends in extremely well with green sea plants. So when the leafy sea dragon is swimming through these plants, predators have trouble seeing it. But when it enters other environments without these green plants, its camouflage doesn't work anymore. Now, other sea animals are difficult to spot anywhere in the sea because their type of camouflage enables them to change color. Take the cuttlefish, a fish that's closely related to the squid and octopus. Unlike leafy sea dragons, cuttlefish have not developed any particular shape to hide from predators, but they have a lot more mobility because their camouflage allows them to blend into any environment. Because cuttlefish have shifting pigments that allow them to change color in a matter of seconds. And so they can almost instantaneously match the color of their surroundings. If they're swimming by green sea plants, they'll turn green, and if they're swimming over the brown seafloor, they'll turn brown.
Using the examples of the leafy sea dragon and the cuttlefish, describe two kinds of camouflage and the benefits they provide.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
In the listening process, the professor tries to illustrate two kinds of camouflage. The first one is a special figure to camouflage. The example the professor mentioned is a leafy she dragon. The figure of a leafy she dragon is a leaf-like figure. Thanks to this specific feature, in plants, it is difficult for a predator to find them. And another example that the professor given is that of cuttlefish. Cuttlefish can change their color according to the environment. If the color of their background is brown, their color will change to brown. These two examples are good examples to illustrate camouflage of reef dragon and cuttlefish in the sea.